Alright, welcome back to Seuna Yadava, which we have been expanding bigly. Bigly? What the hell are you trying to say? Anyways, Kamarup, Bengal, Baha, we've been expanding those areas. But now we will soon expand again. Once we raise a bit more money, because there's this Raj, the Raja Khan, by the name of Hajo. Which I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation of the Bengali name. But that man, he wounded many of my Shuvirs. He was one-eyed, which we wounded him back then when we first entered into the fray in expanding to connect the rest of the empire to Magadh. So now, he wounded many of my commanders, and now I decided to befriend him, which sounds strange, but I cannot deny that he would be very valuable to our army if we bring him along. And of course he would like me more if I give him these two lands back. Oh, do you now? Oh, really? She's my cousin. You're married to my cousin. How did that come to be? Oh, this is my uncle. Grandfather. Great-grandfather. Oh, yeah, Bengali side of the family, so go back again. The mother. My grandmother. Great-grandmother. Wouldn't it be better if you just look at the character's family tree or whatnot? If there's any way of figuring that out? Of where did she come from? He's dated all the way back to the very beginning. So they have been around. The Mana Dynasty. Anyways, good to know. I was just wondering as like how we related in some way. But anyways. My glory is widely known. I am a living legend now. Now we need to raise at least 300 gold before we take on this Raj, knowing that we cannot vassalize him because he's in the middle of a war with one of his allies. But we'll be fighting against him one more time. And I hope I don't get to fight him again, because he crippled my Shuvirs, which were an effective fighting force, and he put a stop to it on his own, which I admire that. Even though I do have a much better Shuvir, who's better than him, who is of equal skill, and he's much younger, a few years younger, my Marshal and my Shuvir, and he's also a hunter and a famous reveler as well, and brave. And in a couple of years' time, he will be gallant, where he will be the best fighter of the entire Indian subcontinent. And I got a bunch of also-rans, some of which were cripples. Some are relatively new, who's never picked up a sword before until now. Where they? Oh yeah, and in 2 months we'll invite more Shavirs, hence the reason why we have to save a bit of money. And I was gonna have to do something about Indradatta, who's my current son and heir. And there's this other son and heir who's, unlike him, who is, he's a genius, in which Chandra, that's my other son, is also a genius and a giant. So he's got the best of both. And I don't need to disinherit you, so we could just assign you that position, which your same learning skill, but hope you like the new garb. And because of that position, you get to hold all of these. And so therefore Chandra is my new heir, without having to use my renown. But he's still young, and I am tutoring him. Pandya Nadu claim. Samrajni Saibai no longer controls any of these counties. Vassal-related business. Not anymore, it ain't. We need a couple of more good fighting men to join us. So we seize these lands, get Gaia, and then the Kashi. Wrong faith, but he'll do. After those three come in, then we'll go. And I didn't know there was an independence faction. But then again, I've been expanding by a lot. They have not touched India yet, out of those from Mongolia. Still ran by a little girl. I'm surprised they never assassinated her. Even if he wanted to take over. But are still considered superior. That's the reason why we have to be wary. Not a hunter. Nine months left for the crown smithies, and 2 years left for the new Hindu temple that we're building in Magadh. And I'm about to become gallant. And I'm sure somebody wondering, like, are you two going to pick a legacy? Yeah, I had to look in on that. In which I'm kind of divided between either having more congenital traits, so we could still have more giant geniuses or whoever else, or just get better guests. But I think I'd rather go for this. Since now we have a habit of doing that now. But again, none of them threaten his lands. But he's vastly inferior. Oh, there he is, Vajrapa, and look at his advantage, 32. It's almost like if we ever fight one-on-one, well then, it would be close. Would definitely be close. But then again, I'm a jungle stalker, so the jungle is her environment. I mean, I may be getting old, but I don't feel, starting to feel the frailty of old age. Not yet, at least. Again, there's just 3 pick on us to take. Here and here. This would be very easy to take them on. It's just as led by this great warrior who knows how to defend very well. Really. If we start that war right now, I already have the advantage of the war score because we still have her prisoner. She's not in a dungeon, is she? No. But again, they're all Palos. They're related. No. He's actually his own dynasty. Did I get her married to my cousin? Let's begin. Sorry about this, friend, but I need you to serve my country, and I will make it up to you. We'll start swing, and we go to feasts together, and all those things. Excuse me. I think he brought mercenaries. So let's all come in together. We can defeat him en masse. We have their air. Defeat the army in the capital, then that's it. Don't kill him. He's my friend and he'll be very valuable to the army. Our army. By isolator, you mean stay in yourself. It's one thing to win a battle, it's capturing all these lands is the other. Stop. Now I'm gallant. Now I'm amongst the best fighters out here. Which kind of makes me wonder, who in the world has the best prowess? Well, I must be a runner-up. Even my marshal is, gonna have to catch up. I have 36, and this is 37. The marshal of the petty king Angelo from he's of Nubian origin. So the best fighter of the world is he. Base 20, brave, legendary, Leonidas Legis Marshal. So there you have it. I'm the second best fighter of the world. But soon the old age may start to get me and it lowers my prowess. I am of equal skill with the Andalusian. Well, if I can hunt some more, then maybe I will increase the skill. Just don't forget, I'm still a novice hunter. After this war, I'm definitely going hunting. Stop. Switch focus. Remember what you promised yourself. Plus, if you want to have the chivalry for, but we don't need to be here. You're good enough. And I did say I want to spend the rest of my remaining years in scholarship focus. Even though it's not my thing, but I'm a genius, and from the Nalanda University that helps me. So, and plus we already have the prior learning experience thanks to the mystical communions that I hold. So we're already ahead of time. those lot. They actually came all the way to Samatata for that. We've taken your capital. And we took a daughter. So that's another one of your heirs, so... Therefore... Welcome to the Empire. Of course they would get out of here. They just... So you're my vassal now, you can continue on with your little business, so... No hard feelings. Gotta give you your lands back. I told you we're gonna get along. How'd you like to be my Shuvia? We're forcing you in. Because we need your talent. Matter of fact, better question is he better marshal than mine? No. Doesn't have enough. That's Thakur who's of equal skill. We'll just stand down as they leave. Now I must go on a... Nope, hunt first. About to go on a pilgrimage, but... Hunt first, pilgrimage later. And then after that, Gaia will be next. Because our truce with them will expire in a few months. Okay. After the hunt, get Gaia, pilgrimage. Got it? Anyways, you would think it's a creature from myth. Perhaps a god in disguised in animal form. It was the largest boar I've ever seen. Even after the beast was wounded at the chase last half a day. It is still opposing sight lying dead before me. Dhamapati Nagavama is just as awestruck. I've never seen such a thing, lady. What? Every arrogant vassal used to be restrained vassal on it. What the? Get a weak hook on this Dhamapati. What would I would want for that? I'll just say that its head looked beautiful in my great hall. The age of the world. I've been studying the ancient religious texts, writings of scholars, and they all seem to agree that this age will end after 432,000 years. By my calculations, we are less than a century away. However, my son, Indradatta, urges me to keep it to myself. Leave it to the Brahmins and avoid panic. What if your calculations are wrong? I should consult with more pujaris. Shall be more open-minded, so therefore, different culture opinion plus 15, and I ignore negative culture opinion. I don't see foreigner anymore. One week later. Take it. Gain the contested county. Didn't say that, yeah, it will become my vassal. Anyway. Stop. Just go in. Guess we're bringing the elephants in. What's wrong? Smallpox outbreak in my prison. Ground smithies are finished in Patliputra. Man-at-arms maintenance reduced, so... better damn well be. Additional taxes. Alright, enough money for the pilgrimage. What the hell? Alright, pilgrimage time. I've been to Varanasi. I've been to Mathura. I shall go up there. Hey, we've been up there a few times. They all recovered. Don't even think about it. You're just mad at me because I, did a lot of things to you. The easiest thing in the world would just be murdering him, but no, that would prove too much. And not to revoke a title because they're not a hostile or evil faith. Unless there's something criminal about him, then we can land him in prison. Elda, it tracks pilgrims from all over the Vaishnavite world. So it is not conceivable that I would run to Radhika, a daughter and heir of Rani Dasala Devi of Vasubhaman, vassal in the kingdom of Gujarat. What is inconceivable is the insolent way she has treated me, cutting off my entourage on her horse and calling me a coxcomb, to my face no less. My blood boils, tempered only by the knowledge that the pujaris tell us to exercise restraint and not let our emotions take control. There has to be a better way to deal with this anger. Oh, I know. Become athletic. Yes, athletic. +1 prowess. Now I'm of equal strength as that Nubian. And small health boost, just to prolong my life a little bit more. Finally here, body and soul. As the Swami Officer blessing, I reflect on everything I have had forgot to bring me here at this moment in time. Now I'm a miracle worker. Level 3, +4 learning. Id sense, chance, odd cantrip, Saibai works miracles through unconventional means. And she's become a paragon of virtue. I'm a little confused as to why my husband wants to present a grand gift to me in the courtyard. I soon understand, however, as Samrat Kapadin orders a group of soldiers into line, a complete regiment, raised from all lands, ready to serve you. This is a grand gift. They will serve as my personal guard. Sure. But don't expect me to get involved too much in that. Another lap, just to reduce the stress a bit. and spend it on a feast. Hey, you're here. One more round, everyone. There goes all that stress. We make 60 gold a month thanks to, the amount of control that we have, especially to the more developed areas of the northern kingdom. And those that have a negative opinion of me due to the differences of culture, reduced. Vishnu, the party is boring. Edge of Paul gives me a friendly way from a nearby balcony. Gotta do something to stop the seeding dragon. Oh wow, that definitely is a stress reducer, but okay. Why would I do that? Let's have a dance. Clearly I ruined Rani's party. It's my feast. I'll do whatever the heck I want. Yeah, you're not a very pious person. Maybe Buddhism isn't for you. How'd you like to come to be a Hindu? And your wife and your children can do it too. It's much better. You're better off for being a Hindu. So blessed be Vishnu. See? In the eyes of the gods, they don't care if, well, it is considered sinful to be wrathful, but still, it's all good. You're better off at being a Vaishnavite anyhow. As a reminder, we only control one holy site. We used to have that holy site of Ujjaini back in control, but not anymore. Who's the owner? Malwa. Might accept though. Definitely gonna work. There. Let's do it, shit. Oh dear. Fornicator my daughter is. Yeah, we got a Jenny. Soon we will be heading towards another area. Oh, actually we do have, do we have, yes we do have Mathura under our control. But however, a vassal, well, what gives? Oh, you're cynical. And the differences of the fervors. It'll work. Another holy site under our control. So that's +1 diplomacy and powerful vassal opinion, +5. Now further up, just north of Hastinapur, this area here. So we have a small health boost. And you, the owner, you need to change that too. If you don't, there goes one of my rivals. Gives me huge stress levels. Sure, but you can handle it, right? Well, actually, I can get away with it. Because I'm already at the max level of fame. Shared prayer. Exiting the temple in Malkangiri, me and my friend Thakuram Shatrabandha ended up in the company of some local merchants. They're in the middle of a discussion regarding theology and worldly wealth. I would invest in the temple, but how can I know if that's even Lakshmi's will? Lakshmis? Well, what are you talking about? You haven't determined your bhakti yet. Whereas I'm a devotee of Jagannath. Oh, so it's over there then, in the Mandir there, in Oriya country, belonging to the Raja of the Kalinga Ganga. So a tiny bit of learning experience wouldn't hurt. That gets me closer to apostate, which Jains and Buddhists will respect me. And then I will take that route. Have more learning. Yes. Buy claims. And then be a scholar. We'll convince them that Lakshmi has given signs. Did not want the money bonus because the income is too good. And it's good to see that you've turned to Vishnu. Diplomacy plus... No, small health boost now. Anywhere else? Well, we haven't got to them yet. And Kanchipuram, that's under the control of the Buddhists. That's for more fertility. If we can get them on our side. Oh, she definitely will. Vaishnavism is making a comeback in India. Hinduism is making a comeback. Big time. Ever since our ancestors turned to Vishnu, that particular devotion to Vishnu had been on the decline in favor of Shrikul Shaktism, but now we're turning them to the other way, which I'm okay with. So there's 2 holy sites left. One is right next door. Varanasi. So that's +2 learning with +5 clergy opinion. And then we won't be far from reaching the land of Lord Ram, which is +1 monthly piety per night, and night effectiveness +10. So our Shuvirs, who were once cripples, well, they could fight slightly more better now. Even though our effectiveness is, which I often say in videos, is without equal. Even if it's some Nubian warrior or a Viking berserker would fear an Indian warrior with that kind of effectiveness. For reference, move to position. That's where we're going next. Wait till we raise a little bit more funds. Still around? Well, not for long. Haven't seen... It's been a while since we took a look at the guests. Because we've had a lot of them, ready and waiting. Some of which are just children. Kingdom of Punjab, which does not exist. Actually, it does, it's just, you don't hold it. Although we are neighbors with the Punjab, that would be a coup to get that, but I'm more interested at the moment getting holy sites. And also get us closer to Kashmir. But the problem is, well, it severed our connections with the rest of the empire. So I doubt I'll be around for long, but if we can get Rajputana and then the Punjab, our advance to there will be huge. It'll be a great get. You know what? How old are you? Come on in. Pay a lot. And, be less annoyed. Because we have the holy site here, so you'll be feeling fine. Stick around. We'll make our advance to Varanasi first, and then we'll do something about Rajputana, which I don't think we have a single claim. Actually, we do. That will connect the empire before we move further on up. And taking the Punjab, which, if correctly, it has fairly developed lands, about as developed as Patliputra. Look at, yes. Slightly better in this area. But again, we'll deal with them some later time. It's part of Karnataka. I thought about giving away this kingdom because none of these two are my, are part of the, council. That's the word I was looking for. Struggles with that. I mean, I've been holding that title of Kingdom of Karnataka for no reason, so... But however, you do hold a part that is considered a part of Maharashtra, but nonetheless, so... If you want to bring this land back for yourself, well... I'm gonna give you the kingdom. Karnataka will be yours. You'll do much better. Even though you're a giant, but hopefully when you pick up your forces, try to get this land back for us. If not, then we'll get to work on it. So here's our plan. Kashi first. After that, we'll fight Rajputana rather quickly, because they're weak. And then we'll take a steep climb and taking all the Punjab, which is a pretty big land for big gains, which will get us closer to getting a couple of holdings in Kashmir, reaching all the way to Gilgit. It would be a great gain for the lands that's known as Rajasthan, the land of the kings. Now the strength is similar to ours. They've been taking losses for whatever reason. Probably from recent conflicts. Or we're just starting to get up to their level now. I mean, alternatively, you could just do one way, and that is... but you have claimant to the kingdom. It says that you got unpressed claim. Well, son of a... Or this man, alternatively. He's a vassal in my realm. He's malnourished and... He doesn't like me. Well, hell. He's been around for a long time. Damn. Well, we may have to do the Punjab War first. We're jumping ahead here. But after all, right? Yeah, you have no allies. You're not doing well. Even if we tell you to convert... I mean, it may save you. It'll give you some healthiness. Alright? Just don't die, alright? And tell you what. I hate to spend more money on it. And for the time being, I will sway you during the course of this war. Which, unfortunately, this is going to be rather costly for us. Of course, don't bring the elephants over here. Why is it called Arabian Empire? Still Damascus. They're not as strong as they used to be. Okay. If we can get up to the war score of 90, that'll be good. So, he just wants the Punjab. Just this title and that title alone. None of these lands. We'll get Kashmir later. Get this. Fight against Rajputana to connect the empire. Which again, it's been severed as of late. Then Kashi. So we're doing it backwards than originally planned. We couldn't get your claim, but we're going to make the Raja of Venga Chalukya. Which, you know, he has been a little neglected vassal. Well, you're about to get an upgrade. Just survive, alright? And, by the way, swaying you was one thing, but I could have just, befriended you. If I told him to stop, 10 months? What the fuck are you thinking, huh? Don't even think about seducing. You were well past it. You're not into men. But a one shot at becoming a friend will definitely convince him to be a Hindu. Because if he turns to Vishnu, he'll be a little bit more healthier. Despite the fact that he's a malnourished man. As I said before, just don't die, alright? I'm gonna need you. Luckily, the capital's right next door, Lahore. We have to bring all forces except for the elephants, which is again a weakened enemy. No reason. Unfortunately, the fort is over there. Could have started here, but oh well. I don't know the Punjab very well, compared to the other lands of India that I know of historically. Once you arrive in Lahore, split the forces up. Fortunately, two of my best fighters are going with us. Chandra seems to be having a difficult time at our latest feast. He slipped underneath one of the tables and hid there from people for an entire meal. If it wasn't short, then you should simply have left. You'll make very little money. You have outdone yourself this time, my lady. It is a truly magnificent building. My acquaintance, the Raja, gestures towards the newly constructed temple here. I'm sure Vishnu is impressed as I am. I got nothing to say other than just say, you know, with clasped hands and just bow for it. Oh, wait a minute. How long has he been dead? Just failed to realize that because I was wondering, why is he not moving? He died 4 years ago! Did the spirit of him talk? Who's his, successor to, this, area? Oh, grandson, I guess, just say that he's looking down from here in heaven. Oh, I'm sure he was a virtuous man. After all, he's a theologian and a scholar. So I'm sure he looks down on us happily. And tell Vishnu to say, you know, to give us favors for this war that's coming here. But I think in actuality, Vishnu would probably say back to me, Ayushma Baba, may you live long, in the Hindi language. I don't know what is that in Marathi. Unless you want to be more actual, they rather be speaking Sanskrit up there. I don't know what language the gods speak. What we do know is, well, you know, come on. Unless the more cynical folks would be saying, quit adding logic to an illogical situation. That's what my real-life friends would be telling me. So yes, it's surprising that unlike her predecessors, Saibai is actually a pious woman. Army's getting bigger. Lending some of the levies to the other army just to, you know, even it. Anyway, go. Look for the army. While you're at it, in Lahore. There's no other... Okay, good. Had the shortcut then. Or Sakal. It's level 4 here. Yeah, go down here. Take a bit of attrition. We'll be alright. He's in his residence, so... Lives in Urgan. That's far away from there. That's the captain, not the Maharaj himself. Had he gone out there, then... Well, she's over there. We do make a little bit of money thanks to those recent gains and the taxation on some of the areas. A few of which are just taking casualties. And not deploying elephants on the battlefield. That's another key thing. Farmlands. This is very fertile land. Just here in Lahore in particular. Just don't die, man. We're gonna get you to Punjab, which will be the biggest gain yet. We're going up here. We got the Maharaj! Jai! Victory! You already has my vassal. You've been my vassal for quite a while. You are going to be a happy man, and also be of Vishnu and not of Shiva, alright? We don't need Shiva throwing that trident at us if he tries to stop us and whatnot. All these Rajputs and Afghans, Punjabi people, if any, they all serve under him now. While meanwhile, there's a holy war against. It's from the Tajiks up north. Well, fine by me. Let's get up there. Sit tight. Get yourself resupplied. We'll get moving ahead and fight the enemy combatants. Just go pick up supplies and then come up here and take this area. First time that we're fighting in the desert mountains of Kabul, not from the comforts of the jungles of the Bengal and Bihar. say comfort to the jungle loosely. Get a move on. Glad you're still with me. I'm sure he's probably happy as heck right now. No need to befriend him. You'll have your conversion, but I will tax you. Let's beat Vishnu. Hey up. You'll be my friend, no matter what. Capture the ruler himself. He'll pay a lot. Not as much as I thought, I hope. But do it. But we have, again, who started this? Damia. Yeah, you started it. We'll go up there and mess with you while we're at it. Perhaps he was the heir. Made a slight miscalculation, but we're gonna take it over anyhow by a besieging force. While we make a bit of a modest income. Now, people of different faiths will respect me a little more. Still feeling fine. While we'll continue to watch Chandra grow and whatever traits he may pick up for him to be grooming the heir too. Again, I'm just fascinated by all these gains we've made so far. But do not forget, we must connect the Empire by fighting against Rajputana. And then we'll go take the holy sites, the last two for the Hindu faith. The right Hindu faith of Vaishnavism. We can't convince the Jains. Well, we can, it's just... What the are you saying? Yes, you can. Ah. So they will remain a Jain minority for some time. After learning that Maharaja, the new Maharaja of Punjab, Khan, would be guesting at the manor of Kastana of Kalyani, I realized that it would be a perfect occasion meal. Time came to serve an entire dinner, but I found myself capable of saying anything interesting. I gave up. Not to worry. I thought I already... Well, we get mangonels. After the hostilities, we're saving up our money to get these new siege weapons. Never thought we would reach as far as Bactria proper for our swift advance. Even though we weren't supposed to go up there. But here's the scary part. We're right next door with the Arabian Empire. Even though their strength is inferior because of, they don't have much of a hold. They have a single holding, matter of fact. And there's been a few breakaway states from the Arabian Empire. And I'm sure future crusades or kingdom-sized holy wars from Byzantium will keep them busy. But getting the bow would be the hard part. Knowing them. That means we could start fighting holy wars against them, but we have no desire to go further west. The focus is the here and now of India. Looks like localized Jain uprisings have kicked some of the Tibetans out. Now we got smaller independent realms. Which, now it's up to you to take those lands back. I guess one would think Saibai is seen as a unifying figure, for realizing that the dream of a united India is possible. We're about 5 years away until we begin the High Medieval era, which will take a couple of more years. This is what I need. More crown authority. Even though my crown authority is at its lowest, but I am not in a habit of revoking titles for personal gain. Instead, I just want to be seen as a unifying figure to all Indians. Just to show that the brotherhood and unity of all Indians, the dream, is possible. Now pay us a bit of money. At least it was a defensive war, so that'll keep the offensive war opinion down. This may separate us, but this is not properly part of India. So if I die, this will secede, which I'm okay with. What I'm not okay with is that the Arabian Empire has stepped foot in Indian territory. For Sind. Does anybody have a claim for Sind that we can... Oh, we can do it again. Actually, we do have connection. If we can get this, we'll have connection with Gujarat. And so therefore, the empire will not break away. As I said, Saibai is the first one to foresee that the unity of all Indians is possible. Even though we're just, doing what we have to do. The holy sites are still going to have to wait a little bit longer. But what do the vassals think of me now? With these offensive wars that I've been doing it for long. So now people highly respect me. Except for a select few for taxation reasons. And some who are devoted to their Jain and Buddhist faiths who despise the reveling. Who despise this party lifestyle that Saibai does. But I'm sorry, it's a Hindu thing to do. I know we're forgetting a bit of Burma, but we have to secure the West first. Apparently now. Even though we also get a small bit of Tibet along with that. While the Mongols have not yet touched India. Well, we may have to deal with the Shalites too. Even though sooner or later we will be bordered with the Mongols. Even though we're calling them by nationality, not because of their different culture. Oh dear. They're ready to make a big gain here. A subjugation war. If they win, then the Khan of Sardar, who is a fellow Tengri, will become a vassal, which means they're going to get along and they're going to stick with it. This is why uniting India is a priority. We cannot defeat Mongolia unless we unite all Indians. It doesn't matter if you're Dravidian, it doesn't matter if you're Indo-Aryan, we're all one in this issue. Oh, and don't forget the Burmese too, the other unrelated peoples there. And Mons too. Forget about that. Even though we do have a few Marathi settlers there. Very well. Where's their capital, by the way? Up there. Not Sind proper. And we found out that we actually do make good money doing this. So how you doing, son? Well, you survived this once, but... By the way, your claims. Unpressed. Which means it will not be inherited. If you die on us, well then, it's going to take slightly longer to get this all together. But the real question is she out in battle? No, she's not. We captured the Maharaj while he was in his realm. We can capture them over there, if we can. Plus, she's an adultering, aging drunk who loves money. Persian Hindus. Doesn't matter. Tahirid. That is a Tajiki dynasty, actually. Very well. Going in. So again, no elephants. It's a bit too costly because we're still relatively short on cash for all the things that we may need. Actually, the army is big enough for... Well, just hang on. Splitting forces is one thing, but once we get up to over 200,000, which we will in future conflicts. And I was gonna buy those, whatchamacallit, mangonels, but I've realized that time is running out for our claimant. So we have no time to bring in the new siege weapons. So we need to get this done or our opportunity will forever be lost. Head here to Tarika. He will go up there, even though there's a little, even though it's bad supply there, but he'll do at the time. Fortunately, there is an army headed our way, and we found a man. Which, unfortunately, he's that man who will forever hate me because he wants that claimant back, but he's too weak to do anything about it. Well, defeating their army would give us more to the war score. Army of the Bull. That's where they came from. We lost it to the Arabs. Sringara. She's not out on the field. She ain't gonna come out. Enjoy your drink, then. Captain Daharasena. Marathi. Followers of the Priest King. What Priest King? Gotta hurry up before Chanapa expires. His conversion ain't gonna save him from his ailing health. Whereas I have not suffered the frailty of old age. Starting to now. For the prowess. Capture the Maharani if you can. It's one of their sons, but it's not contributed to the score. Better pay well. Nothing. Okay, guess we'll keep it then. Plus, you haven't taken full control. There's this other area you must take, which is right next door. A tree guard tower will be ours. +1 learning. It'll compensate slightly. I'm definitely going to inherit some of those wars. We got to beat them. The Rashtrakuta are still around? Yes, the same old dynasty from the very beginning. Paying additional taxes. 90. That's all we need. Chanapa, thank the gods. You made a difference. Thanks to your family connections, you made a difference. But it ain't over yet. My hook has been replaced with a favor hook, which I already have. And I've already changed his contract, so... There's a presence in my bed, just as tense as my body as I used to feel when wrapped limbs around me. Yet, this presence is not you, Shantala Devi. But all the longing and anguish are left behind during the days I keep myself occupied. But here, where the memories are so vivid, there's no escape. Will the ache ever fade? Died of complications relating to related to obesity. I remember you were obese for a long time, but it's my soulmate. She's gone now. But I still have many friends. That also means their claimant won't stop. We could also get this, but I kinda don't want, you know, the entire Raj. Just let me see in next one. But unfortunately, it's not a kingdom. This is the whole damn thing. And you already own it. Wish I would have all this, but I don't think I have that long to live to do all that by then. I mean, you got it right with lowering the negative opinion of others. Forced vassalization or awful vassalization. That's two differences here. The West is secure for now. Unless you want to go up to Kashmir, which, of course, that would be a challenge in itself. I mean, it's a small kingdom, in practicality, which you already control a small bit of that. We have no claims there. We can make claims. Or buy them, for that matter. But also we have to fight them as well. I'm happy that we made those significant gains. That'll secure the western front of India. But keep an eye on the Arabian Empire in case they ever get stronger. They do have I forgot who's the Caliph. Sunni Caliph. It's gone. They've destroyed it nearly 50 years ago. No, 40 years ago. He's still alive, but he was reduced to a mercenary band, and so therefore, he got rid of it. He'd rather take up mercenary life rather than be the religious head. Well, that's going to be a fatal flaw on their part come the future crusades. You know, with countries like them that are far stronger than us. But we can only match, you know, other forces like them. While the Mongol Empire is making gains, and also deal with whoever's bothering. But the strafe is similar, which means we're at the point that we can take them on now. Still feeling fine. You still around? Oh, you're definitely going to be around. No other claimant but this one. Let's make this quick. It ain't over yet, and I'm not going to introduce those new siege weapons yet. No, no, no. Move it here. Closer. And no elephants, please. We do have a sea connection, but I want to make damn sure that we have a land connection with the rest of the empire as well. Doesn't matter what the Shurvirs, let's just get this done. The Thar Desert region. Maharaj. I was watching Chandra play with other children when Jayabahu tried to push him over. Took it all in stride and sat down and talked to Jayabahu instead. Oh, a forgiving man, aren't you? Lower intrigue in favor of diplomacy and a bit of learning. Chandra knows to turn the other cheek when needed. Maybe you should be nice to vassals, unlike myself, which I have neglected them before I later realized that I believe the best way to please them. We gotta get him. Give me the deadly dozen. Well, that these kind of loose, so just hold on for now. Where are the other good ones? There you are. Pawan, Chatrabana, come over here. We're being transferred. We're just taking a few volunteers to in an attempt to capture the Maharaj. Tokajira is still around. Eight, 9, 10. Well, actually, yeah, it's 10. You're correct. Would you mind getting me a few more good ones? I kind of forget about the other one. There's the deadly dozen. Allegedly. Don't worry about them. Alright, boys, let's skedaddle. Arched saddle. We can have armored horsemen if we need it. Who needs horsemen when you got elephants? Which is rather useful for the defense of India against any malefactors out there. Because beyond India, there's no jungles here. We got him. The deadly dozen did its job. And I know it went a little fast. Slain by Jinpo. The Tibetan man. Jinpo, again. Capture this landed figure. Fail. This land is ours. That's what we need. A land connection with the rest of the empire. Now it's starting to look more like it. But as for these smaller countries, I was hoping you might deal with that, but don't make me do it. I'll be sending smaller forces to deal with that. Anyways. Thought it would be that time. Oh, yes. Just want to provide even more levies. Commune with Vishnu. When do I get to change my focus? Until November. Okay. Because I want to stop that and I want to switch to one for diplomacy. Because I didn't know I was going to live slightly a bit more longer. Or get things done to get perks faster. So we're resting a little. Including the introduction of new siege weapons, which we'll get rid of them right now. I'm gonna. There. Actually, one more. Because you know how we still make income with relative ease. We're gonna have a bit of a rest, then we'll get to Kashi. We haven't forgotten about that. Unless you got a claim over it. We can seize Kashi. Yeah, we can only seize it. You can either switch the focus to another or just get more learning. Therefore, research attack will be faster. Then, job, buy claim. But then again, I may die out before I even, have a chance to go fight the wars of the claims that I bought for. One time from up there. Samatata. Grant vassals to rightful Egypt. Is that so? Since when do you say that, vassal? And this other one. Oh yeah, you're from down here. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Whatever gives me more money. Hopefully that'll be enough levies to get those damn lands back. You have the right to it. And get over yourself. Scholar now. Glad he's kept the vassals happy. What has he done? Cannibal! Sure. Imprison a cannibal for once. We got him. Anyways. Yeah, they're winning these wars, including this subjugation. But about the Tengri, we consider them hostile, but they consider us evil. They're not fully ready yet, but in a month's time, then we shall go for Kashi. Oh, disputed heritage secret. Subject that fascinates me as well. Aspiring Blade Master. Let me go work off some stress. Still feeling fine. Also, you're well past what you were supposed to be doing. It's like, should I have more learning? Then 20% of council's primary skills added to my own? That's another thing. I can buy claims, which I can buy it, but I would be dying by then, ailing. And if I was to buy claims, at least get the smaller ones so we could just pick them off bit by bit, bit by bit. Yeah, that would be the best ones to do that instead of, try to work on pleasing the others for vassalization. Actually, those are pagans up there. Yeah, hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot about those pagans up there. Which is, just only this part here is part of Rajasthan. Part of India. Another way to work on it. Will not accept. Fortunately, you cannot take them on both. And there is no claim that has all of Rajputana unless you're going to be looking for them. I mean, they're out there, it's just, Wait a minute. I've seen that name before. We had him in prison. Check again. There's a difference between unpressed and pressed, so choose wisely. Looks like I found another man to befriend, for future reference. Anyways, we still have Kashi planned. We have enough money for it. Alright, one more war for this episode. Ford it here. We have no claims that'll take all of this. But this is for the holy site. I'll give us even more learning and more clergy opinion. They're already here. Stop now. Scram. Or whichever works. We stand in your way. Originally supposed to do is to break it down and then raise the rest. So, we'll have to do that in a moment. We got it from here. If we can capture him. Nope. Captured, Devavat, who's the heir of my friend. A good friend. My respect. Would you mind coming over here? Because, I have this friend here. Okay, disband. And now raise it again. All the way except for the elephants, obviously. As it's a cost-cutting measure. We'll be right behind you. Is that so? I totally forgot about her. I remember the name, but I forgot what relevance it had during my part of life. We barely make any money. Barely lose any money, I should say. Wait. Head to here. We'll follow you in case there's other armies out there that the Maharaja is leading. Raja is leading. He's not, so he's in his home, resting comfortably. They've been taking losses. I don't know what's going on with them. But I'm okay with it. Oh, they've made gains. If we want Kashmir, we have to fight them too. That's very nice. One more objective remains. Taking the capital, so this will take a while. Oh, there he is. One more battle will do. Kashmir is ours. These two will keep, but they must convert to the correct Hindu faith. If they are willing. A little bit of bribery will convince them to say that our way is the best way. And I'll let you out. And I guess I'll keep this land for myself. You've done well. Whatever helps up with the war effort. For the continued expansion into India. One more Hindu holy site remains. The land of Lord Rama. It's where they came from. It's where he was born there. And our Shurbias will be fighting much more effectively. I need you to fabricate on this. Still feeling fine. I could live even longer if I wish to. Which I can. By becoming a devotee of Ganga and medicine focus. I can do that. I can make that happen. I was shocked when I caught Chandra trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting Raja. He gave me an impressive speech on how he understood what he had done was wrong. This is to help up your intrigue a little. No, we have to cover up your wrongdoing. So now you're deceitful as well. Analytic absolver. That's what I'll call you. Trying to befriend Samantha. I know that he's a dedicated student of military matters just as I am. Surely we have much to discuss. Spent a good while discussing sieges, developments, border trades, use of bowmen, and the proper deployment of siege weapons. We had a good chuckle at the ignorant bystanders shaking their heads as they overheard us. War is truly the most noble art. There goes the stress. Again, we'll take care of this once we focus on the north, alright? South later. And Burma. It's almost like they're just going to get away with this easily. No, we're going to get to you too. We'll get you too. Didn't think I'd forget about you. We've secured the west. Now we gotta get all of this messy area. Any claimants? No. Considering my life state, it is only natural that others should respect me. I'm convinced that he's also accomplished a thing or two which fills him with pride. Perhaps I should commission a small poem comparing our deeds to illustrate that we are both cut from the same cloth. All the way, I will make sure everyone hears about my greatness. Ah, you live up there. "47 learning, and thanks to my husband. Because of this, we'll get this in 3 years' time. Trained healer. Oh yeah, we don't have a physician. Yeah, let's bring you here. No. Haven't upgraded this yet, but we will once it's done. So let's end the episode by befriending him. Not terribly worried about the Arabian Empire and their strength. I'm concerned about the Mongols' advance on Sardara, which will give them more. They've been making gains, as of late. After learning that Samatata would be attending the dance in the castle of Nandula, I decided it would be a perfect occasion to ensure to get some time face to face with him. The ball was exquisite, and Samantha put on a fine show. Afterward, I told him how impressed I was, and we got to talking. What a good day. Are you sure? So we're not friends then. And it's not enough. Damn! Well... well, the only other way to get him is to seduce him. Which we'll have that set up, and we'll see what happens in the next episode. If not, well then, there's more places to advance, including this tiny remnant of Gujarat. Well, Kutch as well. Don't forget about that. And trust me, if I ever had a kingdom of Gujarat, I would give it to you. But anyways, we've made some huge gains in this episode, as we're more focused on the north than to the south, which I was hoping the vassals would get it, but it doesn't look like it now, so we'll deal with that after we secure all of this, including a big holy war in Libuan for the Kingdom of Himalaya area. So after we get this north secured, then we'll turn our attention back west to get to Burma. And a bit of Kamarup as well. And fighting a little bit of the Kashmir. which I fear that once we reach there, well, we won't be bordering with Mongol Empire yet. But in due time, we may. We may. In fact, yeah, we got a lot of plans in this in an upcoming episode. As she will be turning 60 and she's still feeling fine. And Chandra will be grown up. And he'll be the next great Samrat. Which I fear that, well, I don't know. The future in the dynasty is uncertain. But what is certain is the future of India. Because it seems that, look, I highly doubt she will live long enough to see the full unification of India and become the Samrajni Chakravarti. But that's gonna have to happen down the line. Maybe perhaps her son. There's many things that we're going to be working on in the next episode, but we'll see how this turns out. But until then, so long for now.